Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time to the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, everybody. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That's indecd.org, your one-stop shop for the best of the brightest authors, artists, and musicians. We're also made possible by sales of The Simple Sword. Where are you? Come here. I choose you. The Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all part of our ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled the sword to teaching the art to others. And, of course, Hates and Hellfire. A dark secret has claimed 2 lives and is hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his aunt, a plucky reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. And I hope, my friend, this happy hump day, you are standing against the forces of darkness too. One moment, please. Brought to you by Cheap Butt Coffee. Cheap Butt Coffee, because I try not to swear this early in my program. How you doing, folks? Let's see. Accountability. What do we got? Okay, yesterday was an interesting day. I got a surprising amount done. Monday. Well, let's be honest. Monday after the show, I got a whole lot done. I cleaned. I knocked things out. Yesterday, those of you may have noticed, we had a big weather shift. And it hit bad enough that not only did I take a nap yesterday, but Xander took a nap. We both looked, and it was somewhere around 4 o'clock after we'd been doing a few menial things. He went and went, I'll lay down. Well, you're laying down? I'm laying down. Okay, cool. So he went to lay down, and I looked at him. I could barely move. And honestly, the pressure was bad enough. Borderline paralysis. Not even gonna lie. I don't want to alarm anybody, but my joints all went. And I'm like, I can't move. He's being chill. I'm being chill. We're just going to take this as a chill day. So that was yesterday. I still have gotten a little bit more on Hates and Hellfire. I looked at my sales, not really pleased with that. I'm torn between writing what I want to write and writing what will make me money. But I want to show you guys something cool. Pardon the fact they're all rated. These are my new glasses. They don't work really well for broadcasting. These are my new everyday wearers. Aren't they sexy? But until I get something with that's just, these are just the bottom of my bifocals. So I need to request bottom of my bifocal glasses with a tint, or else I get eye twitches. And going back and forth, I have eye twitches. So, yes. Okay. These will be here for a little while longer. Now, other news. Tonk. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock, there will be a very brief Nick Knows Nerf. I have an unboxing. So I'm excited about that, hoping I can parlay that into getting back under power for the Nick Knows Nerf videos. It's been too long. Now, I don't want to give a lot of prologue here, because I, of course, have a lot to do, and you guys have quite a few comments. So I want to hop and pop and get down those. No. My current rod are tinted against the blue light, but the prescription is substantially off. I will need to fix that, but we'll get into that again when we get back around to it. And I don't mean any wooden nickels. Now, we're going to blast through the comments, because the sooner I can get on the drawing, the sooner I can vibe out. First through the door, Carl Witzman, good morning. And then following him is Donna Carlene saying, hey, Witzman dude, hey, sweetie, is your caps lock acting up like mine is? Whenever I see all caps words, because of the kind of stuff I've been writing, I think that is the code for a class. Drifted 3 that way. Anyway, a classified label, code name. Good morning, Mr. Hollifield. How are you? Hey, Dan. Whoops. Hey, Dan. Greetings. And mine is sticky, so I have to watch everything I type. Sorry. Hey, it's a $10 keyboard that lights up. Can't complain that much. I understand. Getting taxes done yesterday was a bit of an eye-opener towards being retired. I expect us to have to pay something on our social and earn income. Instead, we'll get a refund. Well, that's a comfort to you, and I'm glad to hear it. Accountability. Some weird thoughts about writing again are taking hold. It could either be another short story or novel. This could be scary. I had the caps on tight in the 20% off order. I forgot to take them off. I hate when that happens. Nice, Dan. I looked at the paperwork expected to pay, and also, but I will get a refund. Tax people said it's due to the big, beautiful bill, but I have my doubts. There are a few little bones that are thrown to people not to make them realize the huge other side effects of it. So it's possible. Good, Don. At least it isn't a keyboard failure like mine, since your keyboard is more expensive than mine. Well, I'm glad you guys have at least somewhat functioning keyboards. My accountant said it was because I paid too much tax on my pension plan. I paid the least I could, but I was still overpaying. And yeah, I had to have more taken out because they nailed us for Donna's raise. But I would rather get a refund than a surprise. Same. Gets ready to summon Trey and Foxy. And although I must confess, it's been shopping for something special in the boomstick category. I don't feel discussing in next 2 items I'm missing from my collection. I would love to discuss that subject with you privately. And it's not that I don't. Let me explain. I am very cautious, especially in the first 10 minutes or so, of certain words involving freedom dispensers due to our corporate overlords not liking that term. Now that's been said and or done, womp, 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 I do have an interest in those. And I will be happy to explain that at length, offline in safe settings. However, I do firmly believe, and this is one of those I want to put out to all of you, never, ever, unless you are actively selling a single object, okay, reveal if and how many firearm. I almost stuttered my way through that one. Freedom dispensers you have. There's no reason to put that information out there. And the people who go, here, look, this is a picture of my armory. Doesn't that make me manly? No, that makes you stupid. Because what registered firearms you own, and see, I cracked the 10-minute line. What registered firearms you own is between you and the government. It doesn't need to be anybody else's business. Don't forget to like and share, folks. Hey, Nick. Botrix has successfully joined the channel. Cowboy stuff, really. I love... We could talk. We could talk all day. I am a big fan of cowboy stuff because I am not military trained. Therefore, most military equipment doesn't appeal to me. I say most because technically there is an exception or two, but they're the most non-military things you could think of, if that makes sense. And good morning and happy hump day, Nick and all. How you doing? I'm doing great. I'm doing better with you here, Kat. How are you, my dear, my rock and roll art goddess? I hope your spring break is springy. Hey, Kat. Hi, Kat. Hi, Dan. Hi, Don. We got greetings. I'm just going to skip through greetings to get where we need to go. Kat, do you have a favorite brand of oil paints? I've been thinking of doing another painting. Ooh. I have two. I actually was speaking to Toshers, who found out that there's glow-in-the-dark paints and showed me some cool glow-in-the-dark paints. And I happened to mention that I've done some stuff with that in the past. I'm actually surprisingly bashful about my traditional art compared to my digital stuff. But it might be time to break out some of those. So she was like, do it. So I may have to do it because, that kind of leverage sometimes works. I'm more of a tempera and acrylic gal. I can't get over the smell of tempera paint. I don't know if that makes sense, but it always smells like rotten eggs to me. Cool glasses, thank you. Can you just get the current? No, apparently my prescription dramatically changed, and I'm having trouble. So this is going to be a bit of Nick flips back and forth to try to figure out what he can do, because my glasses are so dramatically different. They're also dirty. But Nick, you've only had them like a day. Yes. Oh, I did shoot that Nick Knows Nerf video, so that does count as accountability, doesn't it? How are these? Is my cloth greasy? Is that been a problem? Have I just had a greasy cloth? Well, we'll get figured out. But yeah, I can't do that either. Anyway. No, those are good too. The only reason I'm drawn to oils is I work so slow. Can still be mixed days later. Oils are awesome for that. I like working slowly when arting. LOL. Waddles and flops on a beanbag chair. Hey, Foxy. Yeah, okay. So I have the choice of vision or pain. I will take vision during an art stream. Okay. Hey, Foxy. Whisper Dude's only summoning half worked. He's got time left. She's super busy. My drunken summoner spell lasts for 10 minutes. Oh, please don't make me do stats for that. Morning, all. Good morning, Trelena. How are you? Oh, and everyone, Saturday is Amanda's birthday. Please reach out and wish her a good one. I won't give the number because I don't care to die, but wish her well, okay? Hey, Trey. Just under the limit, and there's the other half, and the summoning is complete. I'm enjoying my spring break, getting some things done. Oh, all the details. I would love to see a churro summoning. Churro emailed me a little bit ago, and it would be very nice. But their schooling has been rather active, and they've had to visit relatives too. So there is that. But I've caught up, believe it or not. So we're going to drop into a commercial, per the norm, until Joe makes a new commercial. We will definitely be hitting trays. Be back in under a minute for the next phase of our program. let's see. Morning. Good morning, Dawn. I'm going to say hi to Dawn first so that I can knock this out. Dawn is, of course, the mistress mind behind her stories of her cats, Buddy and Georgette. Hi. And greetings for Dawn. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Puts in a long Victorian dress, gloves, sugar, pizza, and tall green counters on a pile. Be careful, you might hit Alec with that. Anyway, we won't be here Friday. Eye surgery follow-up. Well, I'm sorry about that, but we will be trying to there we go. Get that out of the way. I see there's greetings. And while we're here, let's get some tunes. If only I knew someone like Dan Hollifield. We're going old school with the highly energetic Particles Boogie. There we go. And gets one I fix one about her. I will. Now. Nope, not doing a magic card blind. We are rocking and rolling. We need the YouTube banner high res. No, not that preset, which I need to rename. There we go. Boom. Groovy. We are opening up. It is a sunny, beautiful day. How am I feeling? Yeah, I can see that. Okay, cool. Airbrush tool. A little too purpley. I don't want that. Let's do this. Play on this axis just a bit. Applying it, looking for a color. There we are. I don't talk about this color wheelie dude very often, but you're a brave man to use the term wussing and Donna in the same sentence. Nice. Ooh. Oh, that's a nice stormy color that we kind of cranked out of there. That's nice. I like that. Actually, I'm going to write that down. When I mix, I don't need that. Point. At the bottom, you will see numbers. H229, SAT 41, 359. Cool. Stormy dark. Okay. I like that color. You can see if I can recreate that later. Anyway, whoop. No. Quit knitting. Look at this. Look at this lazy cuss. Okay, there. I'm just gonna do this. Get a nice. I don't know where the bottom's gonna be, so we're just gonna do one of these. I know reflections won't be a big thing in this one, but we've got a nice kind of gloomy character. Ah. Trust the hot doctor. Now, window dressing always helps. You're not wrong. Alrighty, we're gonna hit this. And we need big old chunkers. 40. We want to keep feeling oddly broody today, so we'll just. I like that. Don't really. Okay, hold on. I'm just cutting in a shape, but I'll know if I've got it right in a minute. I know it's very geometric. It happens when I'm figuring something out. See, you do enough mechanical drafting and you start just to see things in components. I like how that's going. Sort of. Okay. we're just going to throw something like that out. You like that? Yeah, I kind of like that. I can work with that. And then I want like this. Maybe not on this level, but we're getting somewhere. We are blocking this out. Way back in the back. Way down yonder in the Chattahoochee. Anyway, we're just gonna paint this guy in while we ponder. Probably should be doing this on a different layer. Well, I'm not worried about it. We were just banging out a nice little picture. Lindsay's off church distribute. Oh, that's nice. Please be very careful. I worry about Lindsay sometimes because, as I recall, she has a bit of an accent, and she is working with people who have other accents, and the world isn't as friendly in America to people with accents as it should be. Doesn't matter what the weather can be. It can get kind of icy out, and I worry. Probably shouldn't, but it's what I do. Okay. Got lots of base colors. Just kind of, we're just going to feel how it all flows together. See, that's awful light. Do I like that? No, not. I like that, but not for there. So what we're going to do... Gonna make me work for it, aren't we? Are we really gonna make me work for it? No, you're not really gonna make me work for it. Okay. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. Let's get. I need the gray. Yeah, you guys are seeing me mess around with. There. There we are. Yeah, like that. Playing with my palette. See, one of my great limitations of the way digital art works, and I bet there's a way to do it. I may have to research it. But I can't do some of the tricky brush loading things that my hero Bob Ross did. And that does really kind of sadden me. I have to admit, I have found some interesting quirks I've picked up since I started doing more digital. Like, I actually have to be careful not to chicken scratch when I am drawing, especially coloring in any way, shape, or form. Because if I do, local rednecks are very protective. Alrighty, that's good. Oh, I totally spaced time lapse, didn't I? Well, fine. Partial time lapse is better than none. Okay, let's just pull this down a bit. Yeah, pull this down a bit. There we are. That's better. Now, we're right about there. And we're just, I'm leaving in the boxes for now because I want to keep a certain vibe. I feel like there's something I'm looking for. I haven't quite figured it out yet. When I do, you'll know. I'm in the mood conceptually for something. And like I said, when I know it, I will let you know. Come back here. I will admit, I normally. Is this what I'm looking for? No, because that's not what I'm looking for. That will do for now. I normally I'm a little more organic with my shapes. And I just felt like being a little boxier today. I'm not even sure why. We're going to see where this goes. But, let me see something. Okay, good. I haven't missed anything too much in the comments. And it's not that I'm ignoring you guys at all. Please don't think that. It's that I am vibing. And if it works, it'll be cool. And if it doesn't, well, I'll always think it should have. Nice smooth strokes, keeping it chill. There we go. How's that? Not bad. That's not terrible. Again, just getting a framing feel for things before I start royally mucking it up. And I want this to sit something like this. Yeah, we're not bad. We are not bad. Now we're getting somewhere. And now I'm just going to start playing a little bit with tone. And what I did is I just simply grabbed a little bit. Pull it right out. Yeah, that's right. It's going to get out into that water. I told you it wouldn't stay too organic too long, did I? Start shaping it just a bit to make it a touch more interesting. But only a touch. Grab that. Use this to just add some shade. I'm just playing. Art should be playful. Unless it's not. Because sometimes what you're talking about isn't a playful subject. But right now with what we're doing, I don't see a reason to stress. Not like it's a test. There's no wrong answer. I just want to see where this is going to go. Still using this big old honking brush. Oh no, I've mixed my grounds a little bit, giving it a slightly muddled appearance. That's terrible. Told you I'd be pulling out some changes that make it look more biological, more natural. Yeah. This, just kind of going for what feels the moon. Come on, see the book cliffs? Yes. Oh, blue. I love that. I recently saw an interesting video, and I cannot remember about the term, but for the people who can and cannot render images into their mind. And I've always truly believed it to be, at least in part, a skill one can develop. But I do find that mechanical drafting, which is, I don't understand why art and science are treated as though they are so different. They run hand in hand. A lot of it has to do with, sort of intrinsic measurement versus, like that. That added some warmth to this piece. Desperately needed. I wonder who got that in. Right, I'll pull it down in a bit. But still, I mean, the Fibonacci sequence appears so much in nature and in art, and yet there's a mathematical awareness to it too. But I can't see why people argue with it. And if you really, especially if you don't consider yourself artistic, and hex codes are a lot of fun to play with. You really want to get better at the visualization, especially line work wise. You can find a lot of that by just studying basic mechanical drafting, because that will help you so much with your rendering complex objects, with your perspective, but not just. Now, a lot of people will say, "Okay, yeah, I did that." I'm gonna put a little smudge in here. Don't worry. I want to soften this edge, make it look a little more natural. There we go. This one especially. Everything gets a little soft. But how do I put this? Being able to build things in your head is one of the fundamental mechanics of art. So I really can't overemphasize it enough. It's a wonderful tool set. And part of what I like to do is come at these images as they form in my head, because I do not plan these. I do not prepare in any way, shape, or form before I do my stream, other than, something like caffeination. Just a bunch of this going. I got plans. I got big plans, Munberg. But no, it's not like I come out here with an idea. Okay, today I'm going to draw a kind of spooky, gloomy looking cliff space. I'm going to do it on very few layers and yada yada. No. That's not how my mind works. I come out here and then I see what's speaking to me at the moment. And once I start to feel what is there, then I try to execute it. Using the tools I have at hand. And sometimes I fail, sometimes I succeed. And honestly, I never know which way it's going to go until I have made the attempt. Hey, you have a good one. You do whatever you need to do, Dawn. We'll be here a while. Now, as I have mentioned in the past, I don't want anyone to get too caught up in the wrench. I don't want you guys thinking, oh, it's that tool that lets, Nick do that. Because unfortunately, you can buy things that make life easier to do stuff, but only so much. It's why I really annoy some people who define their wealth by their possessions, because there are items I think are cool. Certainly, there are things in this life I want, I'm tempted by, absolutely. But the coolness of an item does not in itself inspire or define the coolness of an individual. I don't know if that makes sense. Yes, this is kind of muddled yet. That's okay. I'm going to keep playing at it until I get layers and colors that I want. A little bit of chunks. Oh. Yep. Everything can be a tool. I'm going through right now a bit of stress because it's very easy for me to sell my nonfiction stuff. And if I were to just knuckle down and just make a whole bunch of sword manuals, I probably could make a great deal more money. But I have all this fiction in my head too. That's where we have a problem. We have a problem right here. I have to darken this up. There we go. You know. A little bit of this, like so. Just trying to get that sense. I like it. Let me come back here for a bit and just do a little more of this. Want to see? There we are. It needed a little bit lightening. It needed just that extra. This is the bay is so dark. We should work on that bay area, shouldn't we? It really is tragic. In Michigan City, there are a lot of these birds. Oops, that is not the color I want, but that's kind of a cool effect I'm going to remember I had happen. But I want to stick more towards this guy for now. Get the unevenness difference. Yep, there are no seagulls in Indiana. There aren't. Nope. See, all the gulls in Indiana I found are by the bays. Make some bagels. I should feel sorry for that joke. Well, I should. I don't, though. Of course, now I want bagels. Just some more of this out there. Look, I like that. We're slowly kind of marching our way forward. Might even need. Do we need a little bit of this action right on here? Let's see then. Oh. Get down here. I kind of like that. I like the idea that a few things have started to try to grow. Maybe not well, but plants are stubborn. We're starting to get somewhere. I hope. Just use that fingertip tool. Just sort of, I don't want to fully blend it out. What I want to play with the water. Just a bit. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Do we like that? I don't like how it's coming. This is starting to get the kind of water you like to look at, but you really don't want to, don't feel like putting your feet into. I need some things. We have to work on this foreground area just a bit. It needs a bit of lighter. Throw some of this in here and just see where it goes. Now, my buddy, the good pencil. Let's get this. Let's pull the size way down. Let's just throw some of these reedy guys up and peeking around. I like that. Yeah, actually, kind of like that. He's giving it just a nice little. Not everything needs to be monumental. Not everything needs to be picked up. Well, I'm glad he's back. It just needs to get just very chill, very nice warm up. I'm feeling it. I don't know what. I dig it. Like that. I see I'm good stuff. It's kind of got a boggy, like Black Bay kind of thing. Oh, no. You never clean when you're planning to do something in the region. I like that. Okay. I'm going to sign off on this. Which I know. It's a little sudden of me, but okay, and we will save this. Let me move my lovely Keep controller over there, and we will save this as Spring comes to Black Bay. I like that. We call that a successful find. We go here. We're going to export this as a PNG. For the folks who desperately want that PNG, arrangement's going to be made. Okay. I like that one. That one might make the next book. What the time lapse? Thank you. I like that one too. It just sort of comes along now. That away. Let me look at what's the next week. 30th. Ooh, look at this. We are flying. Okay. Red. Never mind the furthermore. And I know I should have that where I can cut and paste or whatever, but it actually gets kind of glitchy cutting and pasting into this. So I don't mind the type for now. Do that like that. Go there. And that was very minimal layers. For JPEG. NTF. 3:30:26. Let's go. Bang that first one out pretty quick. Under the first hour? I'll take that. Cool. Alrighty. So we've got that done. New. Okay. We're going to go here. We're going to go time lapse record. And we're going to pause the music and run a quick ad. And then we'll get to whoever's commenting. Oh, well, I suspect that's a bot. But while we wait for that, let's run. I talked to Tosh. I'll do her ad next. All right, guys. Sander just woke up, so he needs my assistance just a bit. I don't normally chain my commercials together like this, but parental duties are what they are, so I will be back in about a minute. Thank you for your patience. bread, and get everything else together, and I will help you after my show, okay? You can watch my show too. I just gotta get back on, buddy. Sorry about that, guys. I love doing the show, and I try not to have that happen. But Xander's needs will always come first, and I hope that doesn't offend. Let's hit the comments real quick. Thank you. Oh, okay. Hi, Riley. Nice to meet you. My Instagram recently got hacked too. Oh, you're a real person. Cool. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to accuse you of being a bot. I get a lot of bots, O'Reilly. Let's see. We need to do some more art and we need some more music. So we're going to pop in to Narland's Mud by Dan Hollifield. Let me see if I have a reference. I had something I want to use as a reference. Okay. My phone's yelling at me that I need to make space. Where's that reference I was going to use? Being very cranky with me. Okay, am I not going to get a reference? Well, we'll see. What kind of stuff do you design? Riley? I'm definitely a varied artist. I do have DeviantArt, mcT.deviantart.com. So I can do that. It's in the description. It's in the description, but there you go. Alrighty. So since I don't have that, I am just going to have to design a character or something. Okay. Right now I'm just kind of speed sketching my way through. I'm working on fixing a problem I've had of late. So you may see some construction lines I don't normally do. I'm also trying to loosen up a little bit more on like my poses and proportions, because I tend to draw too many of the same people. Mighty Citadel, Nick. Hello, thank you. Are you requesting a Mighty Citadel, or are you talking about my website? Get a body type going. Because right now, like I said, I do have actual request work. And I do take commissions, but that's way too. No, I might just rock a Dutch angle. I haven't rocked the Dutch angle in a while. Bring out all the Batman villains. Let's get this guy out. What people do with their hands always fascinates me. I'm using a lot of different methods for playing with things like proportion and whatnot. I like to hybridize. Oh, art request. an awesome. Oh, I hate days where you have to walk with a cane. I have an Instagram, but I had to uh, I had to clear it up. I don't have a Discord really that I've ever used. I mean, I have a Discord, but I don't mess around much with Discord. I only used it because for a while it was the only way I could contact a few friends, and there was a certain weekly get together that I attend. But I've never been a Discord guy. DeviantArt is my art gallery site. I've been there for 20 years. I was on X, but between some of the political things that were going on and some of the let's just do this. Issues with AI, I was not comfortable staying there. So I had to cut it off. Just do this. Oh, okay, dude's an explorer. We can go with that. We can definitely go with that. Because, like I said, when I don't have a picture planned, and yeah, I need to develop my Instagram. I just keep forgetting to do it. I do like I said, I do commission art. I do request art on this program. I take ideas, I take suggestions. You just have to kind of channel it, and it depends on what I'm actually doing. It's not quite. Right. Here we go. All of these. Let's just do this. I do a lot of cheesecake, so I do try to add a little beef to the menu once in a while. Oh, I think my Instagram is under Nifty_artist. I'm not real sure. Oh, that's way too gash. But like I said, if you want to see my art, it's up. Still at deviantart.com. I actually pay for my gallery over there because I used it for like 19 years without paying for it. So I figure I don't mind kicking in. And thank you for the reminder. I'll get my Instagram. What happened is it got hacked, and I had to fight it for a while. Again, we're still in the sketch layer. And I'm trying to work an angle here. I'm not liking it, so there's going to be some stuff that happens. That's fine. Blast radius. There we go. I want to give him like the untied tie of the I survived being washed ashore on this island and found a flare. Wonder what's menacing this fella. Yeah, he needs to fix this chin situation. There we go. That's how you use them. I think I was still in zero. This feels zero-ish. Now, oh, this? Let's see. That's a guide. When I'm doing funky angles, I like to have a little cheat to remind myself which way is up and which way is down. I also have to figure out what I'm doing with this arm yet. Kind of like, oh God, do I want to give him the machete? Give him a machete. Let's give him a machete. Who doesn't like a good machete? That also has that. There we go. Feel? There you go. Oh, you have a good one. Right now it's fused. That might just turn into a torch. Oh no! Oh no, have I accidentally stumbled upon a pulp hero? Oh no, not a pulp hero. My B-cam is showing. Okay, so we got that. Do this. Down here, because that line would be over there. Now we'll just thumbnail this in a bit. Well, not thumbnail. I mean, I'm doing it full size. I'm just eyeballing some of the foreshortening. Don't worry about it. Don't overthink it, guys. That's the extent of the light coming in. It gets real dark real fast in here. It looks adventurous, though. We need a good adventure, huh? Hope you guys are digging it. Okay, we'll give him that. There we go. Not bad. Do we like that? Does that look exciting? Shall we add some intrigue? Make some danger. Here you go. So I had to do a quick hand check there. There you go. She's looming. Okay, that's not bad. I can work with it. We'll pull this down to much lighter. I'm going to add another layer. Hit the black. Again, I'm not trying to do anything too dramatic. Hope so, Carl. Check my email. I have some plans for a new library program I'm trying to iron out. That's not very anime style. No, it's not, is it? Oops. That's what Hanks and Hellfire needs. It's a good old-fashioned dungeon crawl. Now, yes, a modern horror set somewhere in an ambiguous I hate that line. Yes, I'm giving him long hair. We're getting there, though. Yes, I'm keeping some aspects I've drawn a lot to make life a little easier on myself. No, this is not a self-insert. No. This is just a generic heroic character. My self-inserts tend to be much rounder. His eyebrows are entirely too weak. Give you some eyebrows, my dude. There we go. Do that. Yo. Lothario. No, this isn't Lothario. Let's make my life just a touch easier here. Straight line. Why, yes, it is a massively heavy straight line. I'll just do this and that. And to make my life easier, I'm just going to do that. Nice. And to make my life even further easier, look at this. I'm just going to go. When in doubt, cheat, my friends. Oh, wrong wrong color. There you go. I'm going to add some lips. Add some scuffs just to make things look more interesting. Not there. Give him something akin to abs. They don't have to be realistic. Most of the abs you see in Hollywood aren't realistic. Anyway. I mean, at least dehydration would account for him being ripped. I was like shredded. Alrighty, we're bopping along now. Why did I do that? Put my finger back. This was go for what we need to be. Well, that's dorked up. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Again, I'm just trying to make my life a little easier because I am pushing it. Okay, look, I may have to redo that hand, but that's okay. And that's the problem. I forgot the bunching of the fabric on that one, so I've got to redo that part. But that's okay. And yes, I get comments. In the comments, I get the comments from, let's see, right now I am 9 people on Nicholas Tockert at YouTube. 1 on Nick T Artist, thank you for being over there. 1 on Indie CD, thank you for being over there. And 1 on the Independent Creator Directory. I am just a little annoyed with a few things, so I don't know. It may change some of my projects. I just have to figure out how I want to do it. Because I'm reaching a point in my life where I need to really figure out how I'm going to make some bank. I mean, I love artwork, but I take care of a special needs child. I don't have time to play. I have to make sure I make bank while I'm doing it. He needs me to do something. So the pressure is always there. Okay. Now, I would never hold anyone to the kind of pressures I put myself. I'm hypocritical that way. At least I know I'm hypocritical that way. This is going to be... I think this is actually going to be surprisingly good when all said and done. I may actually like where this picture's going. It's quite a bit different from what I was expecting. I don't need that great sword over there, thank you. This harkens back to a comic project I did a long time ago that I need to redo. I have several that I just need to do a complete redraw on. And if that's something you guys would like to watch, let me know in the comments. Because I don't mind. its content. So, and I do again apologize for the necessity of some dead time over here. There was some confusion over the type of writing, which is okay. I understand that asking for, chillness from my son this long, well, that's a big ask. Oh, yeah. The side part confirms the evil. I would rather draw 1,000 crummy hands than I would AI one perfect picture. Yes, I'm sitting here making little noises. It happens sometimes. Okay, now we're just going to go. Let up. Let's see, if I want to mess with that, let's see. I almost. Let's mess with that. So let's mess with this just a bit. Take it, put it up, rotate it, get that back where I want it. Let's see, Joe, I'm not straight up. I'm not straight up like that. That actually looks pretty good. got a weird way of holding it, but over here, with all this needs to go for a moment. It's not perfect. That's not bad. And I'll take not perfect, but not bad. Steady. So, oh. Let me see. Oh, okay, so it's wrong. Yeah, we're starting to get there. It's just going to take a bit. Lock down the parts that aren't going to be black. Almost. Should be able to go bam, bam. Darkening his outline a bit. Do we like how this is looking? So far, it's not bad. Get rid of this. Do we like this? Kinda, except I forgot that I had done the circle for the fuse light. I'm going to have to undo the circle for the fuse light. Please plug it over here. Spray paint a frog. Oh, cast iron ornament. Nice. That's fair. One mode. Multiply. Vermilion. Now, here. Go. Oh, huh. Right idea. Wrong. Now we're starting to get something interesting going on. Danger, thrills, chills. Now we're going to add another blend mode, multiply. Will that. There we go. And we'll pull it like this. Oh, look, that doesn't look too bad. Yeah, what color did you go with? Curious minds want to know. We like that. I kind of dig that one. Okay. Let's look over there, then look over here, then look over there. That's cross. Oh, that's not bad. Right. What do we think? Does that look ominous? I think so. We like this. You like this? I think we like this. Anybody else know? I think I might. Another layer there. Yeah, I can do. This is a fun one. Okay. Back up here. There we go. I'll take it. I will take it. Wow. Save as. Pulp Hero. Armstrong. He needs a name like. Pulp. Wow. Okay, sure. We'll try that. Armstrong Van Zandt enters the but not alone. Yes, needlessly lengthy picture. Let's go. But I realized I forgot to sign it. I need to sign it down here somewhere. There we go. Now, save that again. Export ping, because that's got to go up on DA at some point. And then we'll put the time lapse. Thank you! I thought Armstrong Van Zandt had that Pulp Hero name. Mr. Van Zandt, your yacht is waiting. Yes.
This is not the last time we'll meet, Armstrong Van Zandt.
Yes, that's got a good name. You have to run it through as many cliche voices as you can. All right. Plus, I like to think that anytime I can throw in a pulpy hero. B-Cam, who usually can't make the show, is smiling. That works. And that should be for April 1st, right? Yeah.
Happy April Fool's Day, Armstrong Van Zandt.
Anyway, I just realized something. Remember, I shaded her. Needs to come down quite a bit. There we go. That's what was wrong with the picture. Fix that. So we will save that. Yes, I'm going to redo everything because I realized I made a typo. Sounds like one of the brothers who didn't want to play it. Exactly. Okay, believe it or not, as much as I love Van Zandt, whenever I reference Van Zandt, it's not directly referencing the band. It is referencing a little bit of BattleTech lore, where way out on the periphery there is Planet Van Zandt, where all the absolute wackadoos live. And it's a nice place. I dig it. At that, we did that. We go export single layer JPEG and TF for 126. All right, that means I can get the video set up for next week pretty well. It's set up here. We will come over here. We will pause, and the music, by the way, has been provided by Dan Hollifield. Masterful gentleman that he is. Now, I need to run another ad because I have to go around the corner. So, yeah, we'll do this one.
It's time to scan, that is the plan, with Carl and Dawn to catch a fawn or unicorn. We're so forlorn, we got a cap, so here's our rep. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we've got to Munsey. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too. Munsey is good exercise, good for your heart and for your thighs. Dawn is such a lovely lass. Come on, Dawn, get off your chair. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we got to Munsey. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too.
Coming. Come a chameleon, come on board. Come on board. Oh, I broke something. Well, that sucks. It's a busted blaster anyway. I will scavenge it for parts later. Okay. Now, at least one more picture. What do we got? His family were musicians, but a sword chose him for adventure. Ooh, it's a good tagline. Oh, I love it. Okay. What are we working on next? Okay, well, I know I'm going to fill this. Something like that, because this is going to have a certain mode, and we need to bring some music here because it's entirely too quiet. Here, let's go Daytona Boardwalk. Man. Gotta think about this for a second. Just do something akin to this. First thing people notice when they walk into my bar in the game is the trophy above the door. You don't see a lot of cross-eyed wyverns. You don't see a lot of cross-eyed wyverns at all. Of course, nowadays you don't see many wyverns, period. Almost like they got hunted out. At least for most, respectable places. Overgrown lizards. Whoops. Let's go back here. Well, it's appreciated. Do this. That should not have been on that layer. Well, I guess we're doing it this way then. Been a long time since I've drawn this place. Get that angle right, that's okay. We're just gonna group on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start over on another layer at some point. That's okay. Need to get this picture right one of these days. Of all the gin joints in all the world, this one worked is mine. You see, the White Raven is a bar. And in the bar is a bartender. Bartender is a dwarf. Surly even for his breed. He swears under his breath. Constantly. He only has one arm. The other is the taxidermied affair. See, that head's not nearly wide enough. We gotta do some more work on that. You're going to do this like this, aren't I? That's fine. There we go. I gotta do this. Yep. That's better. What's better? No. Here. Just getting my tools set up. But yeah. There we go. Don't know what would happen if you ever fully stopped swearing. I just know that the arm he lost is still taxidermied up to the fight where he lost it. This is still going to be very much a sketchy sketch. I'm not real sure where all. I've been 30 years, I've been 11. Better part of 30 years. Gamers have been coming to this particular bar. You always have a glass window into the kitchen. Some sort. That way, waitresses can see folks. Make sure they don't bump into them. Coming in and out. Bars full of tables and the usual sorts. And the unusual sorts. The place is called the White Raven. The bird in the bird cage is a good hint why. Mind you, that's not the full story, but in here, nothing ever is. There are booths, folks can talk quiet, but sound never quite seems to leave. Their tables, too. Say the place is older than the Great War itself. Might be older than the planet. But nobody really thinks on that too much. Most of the newbies who find their way here, well, they stop caring about such things pretty quick, and the ones who've been here for a while either know the answer or were there to see it. Been a while since I've drawn the bar in any shape or form. It was requested by my current batch of players. Like to draw what people see when they first come through the door. It's hard if you're... Wasn't up until she asked my piano player to say, "You are my sunshine." Sam said, "Oh, thank heaven for little girls," but I was thinking with girls. Not quite. Visions of glowing charcoal kept filtering through my mind. Now that's a little more accurate. We want to go where troubles are all games. They want to go where nobody knows your name. Sometimes I think when I pass, there's a good chance that I'll wake up sitting on one of these bar stools. Though I don't expect heaven to be quite that kind. Though truth be told, I think I felt more at home in the stories of this particular place and where they've led me than most others I've known. But you never know. Life's a grand adventure, that. I just want a map of the bar. I just want to know how it's laid out. Can't give them that. It changes. The bar has always been as big as it needs to be, where it needs to be, and when it needs to be. Like a certain madman's blue box, it's usually quite a bit bigger on the inside than the outside. Wood paneled walls. Saloon-style swinging doors that somehow never let the cold in. No one's been ever able to figure that one out. No, it seems funny to plan to draw the bar, but it's almost impossible for me to think about it without Ragnar back there. Guess that grumbly old bartender is as much a fixture to the place as, well, the seats and the windows. Smoking us on. Now that wouldn't surprise me either. Honored company, Mr. Allfield. Honored company. Oh, God. I've probably drawn the place 100 times. Different angles, maps. Kind of afraid if I ever get it just right, won't be able to leave. More afraid that's not necessarily a bad thing. This is where old stories live. Where only the greatest villains and the noblest heroes, the characters of character and those of repute and renown, tend to find their way. Seems unnecessarily rough, doesn't it? Yeah, that seems the only way to see the place. I don't know how to explain it. I just think if I ever sat and did it too perfect, it might even lose some of its charm. We can't have that. Whew. Just gets quiet sometimes. I draw this place. bar top is always clean though. Gotta admit that. Polished within an inch of its life. So I think you guys will forgive me if I keep it just a little sketchy. Just a little bit on the far out. Shred the impossible. Not doing the bird any justice, I know that. That's okay too. Strange the places in our minds that we can just sort of feel. Just sort of I don't know, intrinsically know. Color by itself isn't right. That's okay. We'll get there. Oh, God. Sorry, guys, I got a little indulgent in this one. Well, there are places like it. There'll always be places like it. Lady Sally's place. Callahan's Cross Times Saloon. McNally's in Chicago. Sorry, guys. The dry throat happened. Just a slight reminder that it's getting on in the time, and I do have a lot to do today. So I have to be careful. How I carry on. Bit yellow there. Okay. Big yawn. Sometimes you just gotta relax. Let yourself have a bit of atmosphere. Oh. Dim, calm, quiet side. I can work with that. Isn't that welcoming? Oh, bye, Chris. I hope you've had a good one. It seemed just oddly, just sort of, I don't know. Sort of welcome. Yeah. Just felt like doing a little one at the bar. Hey, Doc. Hope you're doing well. Tell you, we're all awfully fond of your daughter. She's a good one. Glad to see you, Chris. I hate to see you go. No, we're holding up. We're holding up. My D&D players wanted a better picture of the bar or another picture of the bar, and I figured, well, I'll humor them a little bit. I have game night. People like a little bit. Tomorrow, so figure. Might as well. See what, give them a little bit of what they asked for. I like to occasionally appease the little ones. And just wind it down. Been a good stream so far. Not earth-shattering, mind you, but not bad. There we go. Man, almost looks like after hours at the place. What sort of adventures can a brain in an aquarium that's mounted on a wheelchair get up to? Oh, I think all kinds, depending on where said brain is located. Imagine there's the wrong side of town even for a brain. But I don't want to presume. Oh, that's a good one. Although, for some reason, this one is making me sleepy. It's just a goofy little sketch. It shouldn't really have that much to do to it. But then again, you never know what's going to be the piece that Max caught Donovan and chuckles as it's a private joke I haven't let in on. You know a fellow named Donovan once? Nah, I don't like that. It's not bad at all. Maybe one more. Maybe just one more. This one's real dark. Yeah, there it is. finally, I think, got it to be dark enough. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. You jerk my loaves. Breeze has my. I do that a lot. Well, you could always put a very small appendix of jokes your readers wouldn't get. We'll just come over here. We'll say that. Quiet night. White raven. It's almost got it. You know, it's gonna be after hours. Because that'll be a very strange question after all. Yeah, it's after hours. Sport pink, it's gonna be huge. Time lapse. Oh, I didn't time lapse it at all. Now that sort of fits. Should be a mythos to that place anyway. Never mind the furthermore. Export single layer JPEG. NTF4326. Looks like a good one. Looks like a good one. Oh, I do most of these with a stylus on a display tablet, but I can do things with a mouse. I can do things with less advanced programs. This is called Koepp Studio Paint. Since you came kind of late, I'll walk you guys through the walkthrough. First through the for the day was Spring Comes to Black Bay. Just a nice kind of warm-up, emotive vibe. And then Pulp hero Armstrong Van Zandt enters the ruins, but not alone. It's a little bit of an homage to another picture I did, and just a fun piece. And then After Hours at the White Raven. Kind of in a dark, moody vibe, but that's okay. That being said, I went here. Okay, this is MS Paint. Let's see. I have not used this version of Paint in a very long time. I prefer the other one, but let's see what tools we have. Okay, that's what we have to play with? That's what we have to play with. Okay. Do we want a watercolor brush? No. There we go. I like that color better. And we'll add another layer. I haven't figured out how their layer function works, so we're going to figure that out together. But brush. Let's see. It can be done. Let's see what we have here. opacity, and size. Okay, cool. Let's see what we got. Oh, I forgot to change color. Let's see. Oh, okay, now I can see what we're working with. That's a standard brush. We don't want that. Let's do an oil brush. Yeah, that'll do. Undo. Ah! That is annoying. There we are. Add a layer. Come on. We'll go right back to where we were. Like I said, I haven't used this in a while. Looks like I'm at the oil brush. Why is it giving me this one? It's okay, I'll paint over it. I'll just real quickly. I won't. Yeah, won't let me, my derriere. Okay. So I'm just doing this just to prove real quick that I can use just about any tool and we can still have similar results. It's just easier with some tools than others. Come on. Now, why did you do that? There we go. It's just not going to be forgiving if I get near the edges. Okay, cool. This is not the normal, like I said, this is not paint I'm used to. I think I've drawn on this maybe 2 or 3 times. But, and I realized it shared. Why did it do that? Let's see. Stop screen. Entire screen. There we go. That's what it was doing. Okay, that's why it wasn't working. So I will rewind as much as possible just to show you. Okay, that's enough to prove my point. This is using paint, and I forgot to move over. Hide that. Okay, there we go. Don't even know what I'm going to do with this image. Let's see. Do you like that? Yeah, that works. Not really. Come on. Try that again. Now you'll notice I am not. There we go. I am not using the Copilot AI garbage because I'm an artist. I am not looking to buy a taco and call myself a chef. That's why I haven't used this one, because I added that function. It really cheesed me off. I was excited when I heard they were going to put layers. It really was. But now we come over here. We'll just go there for a second. This is a little bit of letting you know it's the mechanic, not the wrench. Okay, just a little quick bit so you guys know it's not mechanic. It's not the wrench, it's the mechanic. Let's see. What other brushes do we have that could be useful in here? Natural pencil. Let's try that. We'll give it another layer. And again, I have not used this. Okay, that's not bad. We can work with that. Go right. I have to admit, I will miss my sprayer tool because I love the sprayer tool. But that doesn't mean I can't simply just start working these guys in. Just as a quick sort of challenge for myself. Now, is it easier with Koepp Studio Paint? Absolutely. Do I prefer it? Yeah, I'm gonna say so. This stuff feels kind of wobbly, but I'm also rushing. Because I'm not arting for the sake of art right now, I'm arting to basically prove a point. And that being very quickly, if one is willing to let themselves, you can start to get really neat effects really quickly. It's very similar techniques. Hey, you have a good one. Back to the old brush, back to the old brush. Shoot. The size down, I might like it better. I do. We're just getting this here, add a layer between the two, go white, let's go big, opacity way down. Very quickly start to get a feel. From here, add a layer, opacity way up, brush, and again, it's just about he's a big boy. Okay. I don't know what that happened. I'm just gonna let this guy happen. There's big old friendo right here. That's okay. If he wants to be a big old friendo, he can be a big old friendo. Who doesn't like a big old friendo once in a while? That down. Do smaller friendo right next to him, a little skinnier. Easy as eating pancakes, guys. Easy as eating pancakes. green, and let's make this a nice dark green, huh? Yeah, we'll pull it down to okay with that. We'll just know where it's got to go. You can just don't have to be perfect. Just has to give the vibe that it knows what it's about. So don't go thinking you need fancy tools. And do fancy tools make it easier? Absolutely, fancy tools make it easier. But you don't need them to start telling an art story, guys. You really don't. You can do it with anything that lets you feel moved. Back down here. Let's see if I can do that. No, can't do that. That's fine. Let's do this. Nope. I'll put this coastline just a little bit. A little more interesting. There we go. Just felt the need to do that. You can tell it's deserty on that side. Rain breaks and comes down the mountain. Oops. Put it on the wrong layer. Well, that's okay. I think that's pretty cool. But does that prove my point to you guys? I hope it does. File. Save as PNG. Oh wait, you know what? I almost forgot. Wrong brush. Well, not wrong brush, but wrong color. I don't like that. Make that there. Not there. Ooh. There we go. Split the difference. Don't be afraid. As PNG. Super Speed Paint MS Paint Mountain. MS Paint. Hell, I almost left it like that. Bam. Yep. Yeah, sure, we'll do that too. Well, I think we've had a good show. So what we'll do, guys, whoops. I think we're going to run an ad and wrap this up real quick. I'll be back again. Don't worry, I got plans. Let's see. Who needs an ad?
Hi, I'm Auntie Foxy, and I'm a crafting addict. I make custom jewelry from recycled materials, and Foxy has wares if you have coin. You can find me at ndcd.org/about-auntie-foxy. I hope to see you there.
Yeah, folks, I have one more ad because it's not the end of my show if I don't.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess. writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my rock and roll art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
Yep, folks, we're all about letting you art. So, guys, keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating. As long as you do, you can edit it, you can improve it, but you can't edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too. Toodles.